Alright, and we're back. So, the trade deadline for the NFL has come and gone, and the theme for this week's episode is the rich just got richer. Oh my god, let's break it down. Welcome to the newest episode of STW.
Super Dario World!
So a lot of interesting things happened over this weekend. There's a few that I'm kind of very concerned about. I just don't understand at all whatsoever, and we'll get to those. But overall, it looks like we've reached the point of the season where we can see which teams are going to throw in the towel and which teams are all in. So,
and which teams forgot that there was a trade deadline? Cough, cough, Chargers. Nowhere to be seen.
Well, I mean, you know.
I guess that's their own way of giving up.
All right, who do you think was worse, Chargers or Packers? By the way, cheers everybody! Thank you for anybody who joins us. It's
I'm gonna say probably Packers because the Chargers right now, they're not even close to being a contender.
The Packers were the biggest contender last season.
Yeah, I'd say the Packers really blew it on this one. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing.
They just hate Aaron Rodgers. Like, listen, man, we paid you too much money. Now go fuck yourself. Like, we just get paid money just to see you embarrass yourself out in the field. I don't get it.
Like, do they think he's being punished? He's getting a boatload of money. Might as well have him win you some games.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, seriously, I do not understand a lot of things that happened. The thing that's most perplexing, I guess we can get into the whole trades and stuff. The thing that's most perplexing to me was TJ Hawkinson, the tight end of the Lions, to the Minnesota Vikings. I don't get that one. I don't understand it. They're sending them to a division rival. It's like the only thing that kind of makes sense there is that they hate the Packers so much that the Vikings just, you know, they want to make sure, or the Lions are like, you know what, fuck the freaking Packers, fuck Aaron Rodgers. Let's just make sure that they lose.
There is a possibility that the Lions forgot the Vikings are in the division. They might be that dumb.
I mean, it's always in the realm of possibility. But so far, just look at this trade. All right, the Vikings received tight end TJ Hawkinson, a 2023 fourth-round draft pick, and a 2024 conditional fourth-round draft pick. And the Lions receive a second-round draft pick for 2023 and a third-round draft pick for 2024. That's nothing.
Is there a clearer way of saying we give up?
Yeah.
Than trading for draft picks that are not even first-round draft picks, and plus you're giving away draft picks.
But here's the thing. It doesn't make sense because usually you want to beat the teams in your division. You would, I mean, unless TJ Hawkinson sucks so bad that they just send him there, you know, to like as a torpedo to destroy the Vikings.
I think maybe he's got an injury right now, but
still,
no.
I mean, he's still one of your best players, and he performs.
The Lions are dumb. They're a dumb team, and they forgot the Minnesota's in their division.
I don't understand.
That's my story.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't get it. The Bears also confuse me. I don't understand because they got rid of some players and they brought in other players. Usually, you know, you kind of, you know, just get rid of people. Like the Falcons got rid of a lot of people.
Honestly, the funny one was Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley,
because he may never play again.
Calvin Ridley, who's currently suspended, traded for the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 2023 conditional fifth rounder and a 2024 conditional second rounder. So conditionals. Like,
well, the thing is, they're trying to set a precedent with Calvin Ridley on punishing betting.
Yeah.
So the thing is that there is no precedent set, so they don't know how long he's going to be out. He may never play again.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put certain conditions depending on when he comes back to Atlanta. So that's why there's all these conditional crap.
I don't get it. The Bears, like I said, the Bears confuse me. All right? Because the Bears, they got rid of two pretty good defensive players. They got rid of Robert Quinn, who went to the Philadelphia Eagles, and Roquan Smith, that went to the Baltimore Ravens. And
I think the idea with those two is they were practically already gone.
I guess.
I think the idea is
just
at
get
the end of the
something
season
out of
they're
them?
going to get out of, yeah.
All right, but they picked up Chase Claypool. Like, that makes no sense. And again, a 2023 second-round draft pick for Chase Claypool? Dude, how did Green Bay not offer something to... This is a shitty deal. You can very easily top that. How the hell is it that Green Bay was not able to outbid a 2023 second round draft pick?
Dude, both Green Bay and the Rams. Like, the Rams were in the McCaffrey sweepstakes and they did nothing.
I don't get it. The Chargers too. I mean, Claypool's not phenomenal, but he's good. And you know they're bleeding freaking wide receivers, so I don't get it.
Well, the Chargers are also dumb.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, teams that did really good, the Buffalo Bills, they traded with the Indianapolis Colts, who, by the way, I think they're tanking.
Yeah, Colts are dead.
Yeah, they're dead. So they traded for Naheem Hines, the running back. Naheem Hines is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, he was a solid backup for, who's the guy behind, for Mac, and then he took over. And the weird thing here is, they sent away.
He's now the third best running back in Buffalo after Josh Allen and Singletary.
Well, I mean, again, they got rid of Zach Moss because they didn't really need Zach Moss. But I considered Naheem Hines an upgrade because Moss is always injured.
Yeah, so, plus Hines probably has more future.
Yeah, they also got a safety from the Falcons. The Falcons are also they were all over the place. Like they picked up players, they dropped players. I don't know.
The Falcons, what the fuck do you expect?
They sent they picked up so they send a safety to the Buffalo Bills. They pick up a cornerback from the Chiefs. What else? They did other stuff. Okay, they send Calvin Ridley to the Jaguars. What is this? What are they doing? Are they picking up? Are they tanking? Are they not tanking? What the hell's going on with
the fucking Falcons?
And
you
finally,
know who did tank?
And they send a linebacker to the Cleveland Browns. I don't get it.
I think the tankiest of the tanks is obviously the Panthers.
Oh, of course, yeah. The Panthers are done.
They're dead as hell. I'm thinking Colts maybe in second for there.
Probably. But the weird thing is the Panthers won immediately after.
And pretty good, too.
Yeah, like solid. It was a solid victory. So, I mean, also...
Lions, I guess, tank?
They're starting to, I guess. The freaking... What was I mean, the Commanders, the team might be on the on the auction block, so who knows what's happening there. Like, I don't understand.
I like Heinicke even better as a quarterback than Carson Wentz. I'm going to say that.
He's doing good. Honestly, dude's winning games. 2 games in, he's
throw it to McLaurin.
Winning.
McLaurin's awesome.
Yeah. So the teams that probably did best, let's see. Buffalo Bills, okay.
Steelers tanking, I guess. They're already in a rebuild.
Yeah, the Steelers are on a rebuild, but what they need is a quarterback, so I don't know why you get rid of Picks, but all right.
I mean, I don't know if Pickett's still, getting the hang of it.
Whatever.
I wouldn't give up on him yet.
So the Bills, I say they stayed okay. Not phenomenal, but reasonable upgrades, not considerable. On the other hand, the Broncos and the Jets, Jets got James Robinson, which I would consider to be a considerable upgrade. The Denver Broncos, they sent Nick Chubb. I'm sorry, not Nick Chubb. Bradley Chubb, one of their best defensive player probably, to the Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins defense was already playing really good. And all that the Broncos got was Chase Edwards. Edwards hasn't been doing nothing the entire season. I mean, the Dolphins don't really need him, so I get the Dolphins did really good moves.
Yeah.
But what are the Broncos? Are the Broncos tanking?
Well, they don't have a head coach. So
who makes these decisions? I mean, they don't have a head coach. The players just started trading themselves. I don't get it. And obviously undoubtedly the 2 best teams that made out, like bandits in the trade deadline was probably what? The Cardinals, the Vikings,
yeah,
and the San Francisco 49ers with a Sir Mr. Christian McCaffrey. That is probably that. Honestly, that makes him the top contender in the NFC. Easy. Like, hands down.
McCaffrey in his first game with the 49ers did a freaking... what do they call it?
No, second game. Like a triple hat?
Triple crown?
I don't know. The triple crown's for horses.
Yeah, well, he...
A hat trick is when you do things 3 times.
So he threw a pass, he caught a pass, and he
ran for a
touchdown.
Not a pass. He threw a touchdown, he caught a touchdown, and he ran for a touchdown.
At this point, they should also make him the kicker.
They should have just gone for it.
Put him in center. Mm-hmm. And tight end.
Sure.
And cheerleader. He can probably do it all.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Imagine if Taysom Hill and McCaffrey were in the same team. That is the most efficient football team of all time.
Definitely. You don't know who's playing what. It's crazy.
McCaffrey makes Garoppolo look good.
Yeah. So, the San Francisco 49ers right now look scary. Scary. And Devo wasn't even on the field. So, I think right now the road to the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. I mean, the Eagles are playing really good, and they made some moves.
Vikings playing really good too.
But I mean,
Cowboys playing really good.
I still think I'm going to San Francisco, man. Like right now, at least, you know, maybe it's because they made the flashiest moves. But again, out of all those teams, surprisingly, they have the weakest quarterback, and I did mention a team with Kirk Cousins.
Listen, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Okay,
True.
All right,
all right, I get it.
You can win You can win with an okay quarterback.
Just don't.
And I
fuck
feel
up.
like Jimmy Garoppolo is the kind of quarterback that he's good enough that the rest of the team can win.
Sure. So Raiders tanking.
And if he's not throwing the ball well, let McCaffrey throw the ball.
Sure. Yeah. That's a solid plan. So Raiders tanking.
Fuck the Raiders, yeah.
Okay. So you know what team's surprising me? The freaking Browns. Like the Browns, when freaking they get Deshaun Watson in there, they're gonna be scary. Like really scary. So this should be fun.
Well, it's also been a Watson that hasn't played for 2 years. So you remember when Cam Newton came back?
That is true. Well, Cam Newton came back from injury. It's kind of different.
True.
Yeah. So all right. So tanking. We're saying Carolina Panthers 1, Raiders maybe 3. Number 2. What would you like? Number 2. Bears? No, Falcons?
No, the Bears got Claypool.
The Falcons?
I don't think of the Falcons.
The Broncos?
No,
The Colts. No, the Colts.
Yeah,
Number
the
2 is the
Colts,
Colts. Yeah, definitely the Colts. So, I mean...
The Chargers just by omission.
I mean, they do need people.
They were on bye. I think they just forgot.
They just forgot. You know what? It happens. Happens to me all the time. All the time. Whenever I take a week off, I'm like, oh man, I forgot. I had to do this. Was actually a part of my job. But anyway, that's those are the trade things. Out of all these teams that made moves, Super Bowl contender for the NFC, 49ers. Now Super Bowl contender for the AFC. I think there's a case to be made for the Dolphins.
I've been making that case for a while.
Yeah. So you think the Dolphins can take on the Bills? You think they have enough to take them on again in Buffalo?
Why not? They already beat them.
Sure, but I mean, they beat them again in Miami when the Buffalo Bills almost, died.
Sure, but I mean, the Dolphins almost died too.
Fair. All right, fair. So honestly, I think the Dolphins made the best moves in the AFC, and obviously 49ers in the NFC. So we'll see how that goes. But
Chiefs,
now
Chiefs got a new wide receiver.
I'm liking that we're at the point of the season where we're starting to see which teams are all in and which teams are out. Because it makes it easier to make picks, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, famous last words, right? But,
yeah, I mean, the Panthers lose McCaffrey and they blow out Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's it for the trades. Let's move into all right, so explaining it again. We're kind of in our own little league where we play against God and a couple of listeners to see basically who knows the most about football. Is that fair?
sure.
Yeah. So basically, we pick a team to win every single week, and if your team, we pick a team to win in every single game, and if you get the right team, you get a point. So far, Eric is currently in first place. You son of a bitch.
Hell yeah.
68.5. I'm in 67.5, so I caught up a little bit. Just, a little bit. God, it's just a random coin. Literally a coin flip. We did so terrible last season that we left this to a coin flip just to see if we were at least better than random.
Doing pretty good.
52.5. I mean, they're under by 10 points, so we at least got a week on God. And then listeners, Gus, you're 63.5, so you're in third place. And David, you caught up a bit. You're 51.5, so you're almost tied with God. So
a good week.
Yeah, you had a good week. It was reasonable. It was decent. So let's get into last week's games. We start off with Thursday Night Football and Tom Brady going on a losing streak. Probably the second biggest losing streak of his career.
Since 2002, I think.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
It was fun.
I liked it.
Yeah, the Ravens usually are exciting to watch because you never know when they're going to blow it.
Finally, they didn't choke. They actually brought it back.
They didn't choke. I don't know what the hell's happening to the Buccaneers defense, but I guess everybody and their mother's injured.
Dude, I don't know what's happening to the offense. Freaking Mike Evans is doing these crazy drops.
What's
going on?
There's something wrong in Tampa Bay. I think, the hurricane still affected them. And messed with their minds. They're like, oh no, nature, and they can't get over it. I don't know.
I just feel like their heart's not in it. I don't know.
You think everybody's Team Giselle? Like, oh, Tampa Bay's like, oh, I'm Giselle. No.
No.
No?
No, I don't think that.
It's just an odd season.
It's just one of those things, man. Something's not clicking. Maybe it's the coach.
Dude, it's really weird because they're missing by inches. Like, inches. It's honestly, it's got to be super stressful to watch. It's super stressful for it to happen to you. But, I don't know. Fortunately, they're in a division that sucks. So
Falcons are on top.
if they can get their act together in like from let's say in the last third of the season, they should be fine. We'll see how it goes. Next, we got the London game. Oh no, this was in German. It was Germany. They played in Germany?
No, London. It's right there.
They played in London? Oh yeah, that's right. When do they play in Munich?
I don't know. Do they ever?
I don't know. I didn't watch this game. I was beyond hungover.
I did not want to watch a Broncos game.
Especially an early one. Well, it seems like the head coach, whose name we don't know, saved his job for another week. They managed to beat the Jaguars.
Hey, we were all making fun of him, but who's laughing at those knee ups at the plate now, huh? Who's laughing at him now?
Russell Wilson. I don't think you mentioned that on the podcast. Go ahead and mention what the fuck you're talking about for everybody who's just like confused.
Oh yeah, apparently he was on the flight there.
Russell Wilson. We're talking about Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson was like walking down the aisles doing like, the knee ups and shit
While everybody's sleeping. Fucking douchebag, man. But it worked.
Hey,
Listen,
if you win, no one's laughing at you. All right.
True. So we'll see how they do moving forward. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins beating out the Detroit Lions. Dude, 31-27. The fucking Lions, man.
They're really good at covering.
Every single time. And so, how does this keep happening? How do you keep losing that close? I don't get it.
Well, it wasn't that close for a while. I think it was mostly just like garbage time points.
Yeah, but I mean, they still got it close. That's still respectable. And again, now we see why Chase Edmonds is being sent to.
Actually seeing the score. No, the Dolphins came back and beat them.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's the Lions. They just traded their best tight end to a division rival.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They're a bunch of morons.
Honestly, good for Hawkinson, but I don't get the whole division rival thing. I'm very confused. Next.
At least give them to the Bears. They're not going to do anything with them.
Next,
right?
We got the Falcons beating on the Carolina Panthers. Who the Carolina Panthers, they're just, they're in tanking mode, but 37-34, that was a game, man. Like,
well, it's also the Falcons.
Fair. So two teams that supposedly are tanking, but they're moving the ball. These are people fighting for their jobs, I guess.
You know who's not fighting for their jobs? The Panthers kicker. Holy shit. He missed 2 game winners in the same game. Did you see that?
I did not.
So, is named DJ Moore?
I don't know.
So, whoever the hell is the quarterback now for the Panthers, he threw this deep ball. There's like a few seconds left in the last.
DJ Moore is the receiver, not the kicker.
No, but I'm talking. So, the quarterback threw a deep pass to DJ Moore, and he landed in like the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he caught it for a touchdown. Yeah, he caught it for a touchdown.
And I think he got injured on that play.
No, so he started celebrating, and he threw down the ball, and he took off his helmet.
Uh-huh.
So they gave him 15 yards for the extra point.
Okay.
So the game was tied at 34-34, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him 15 yards because you're not supposed to take off your fucking helmet.
Yeah.
The kicker misses the extra point because of this, so they go to overtime. Then the Panthers actually get to field goal range to that about the 30-yard line. Kicker misses again.
The man didn't want to win.
They out-choked the Falcons.
That's not easy. Honestly, that might be their biggest accomplishment of the season.
And then Young Hoku, he won the game for the Falcons.
Do you think it's possible that, the team or like the owner was like, we're fucking choking. Stop. Miss. You better miss, you fucking kicker. How dare you?
It was pretty sad to watch because you can see the guy being like, I just lost my fucking job. I'm going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's next week.
Definitely. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings beating out the Arizona Cardinals. Freaking Call of Duty, man. It's Call of Duty. Freaking Kyler. As soon as Call of Duty came out, Kyler's been losing. 2nd week in a row.
I wouldn't feel too bad if I was the Cardinals, if I'm being real.
Why? Because the Vikings are a squad?
It's a legit team against a legit team, and I mean it's a one-score game.
I guess.
Yeah.
It was close enough. But again, see, playing at home. Vikings at home.
Yeah.
I told you.
And not primetime.
Exactly.
D-Hops did a crazy-ass one-handed catch, impossible to block. D-Hops is still D-Hops.
Dude, I'm telling you, best wide receiver in football. That man, every single game. It's how did he do that? It's insane. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys dropping, what was it, 50? 49, I'm sorry, against the Chicago Bears. I mean, they moved the ball. They scored 29, but still.
Pollard is a dog. Get rid of Zeke.
Dude, I love freaking Pollard, man. Love him. I'm finally winning.
You think Zeke has like dirt on Jerry Jones? Like why won't he get rid of him? Why is he paying so much money?
I don't know. They could have traded him.
Yeah.
There's teams that need running backs, but I don't know. I mean, it's good to have the 1-2 punch, but Pollard is a dog. Like I have in my fantasy. I finally won in fantasy, man. Like I had a pretty good week, and I forgot. Well, again, I was really hungover. And I left Debo on the bench, and he didn't play.
That was funny.
Yeah, but still, I obliterated the competition even without Debo. Like my team's finally doing good. They're finally moving the ball, and a big part of that was Pollard.
Yeah, I'm not talking about fantasy this week.
Gus Becerra, sorry I'm late. Am I still winning? No, sorry Gus, you are in third place. Down. After I can tell you how far you're down. So. Second place is me with 67.5. You are 63.5, sir. You had a bad week. Next, let's continue. Whoa, that's not the right one. There you go, kind of. Well, the New Orleans Saints embarrassing the Las Vegas Raiders, 24-0. Dude, what
Chargers and the Raiders had the same points this week.
Dude, I think at this point the jury's out. Josh McDaniels cannot be a head coach. Like, I don't. And also, while we're at it, the freaking quarterback who I forget his name right now. I'm blanking out. Derek Carr. He should not be a fucking starting quarterback. You cannot have Devontae Adams and not score a fucking touchdown in the not even get a field goal in the entire game. What the hell is happening in Las Vegas?
Carson.
Yeah, you have one of the best kickers in the league. So it's one of those things that you're like, all right, jury's out. Fire freaking Josh McDaniels. They tried in Denver, it didn't work. They're trying in Las Vegas, it's not working. And Devontae Adams, I'm sure he's crying himself to sleep just looking at pictures with Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers doing the same thing. The meme where Wolverine's just caressing a picture?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but they're both doing it. They're both doing the oh my God.
It's that couple everybody wants to see get back together, but they just can't figure it out.
Dude, how is it that you can have Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Walker, and still Carson not even get a field goal? God damn it. Against Andy Dalton still.
Hey, the Red Rocket rides.
Yeah.
Maybe he finally found his mojo.
I guess. I don't get it.
Kamara was playing good too again.
Yeah, of course. But I don't understand.
Maybe we can give a little credit to the Saints defense. I don't know.
I've had the Saints defense in my fantasy. So far, they haven't been great until now.
They're pretty good.
This week? Whoa! Phenomenal!
Woo!
Yeah, so I don't understand what's happening in Las Vegas, but I love it.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it.
I'm loving every second of it. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles still undefeated against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, the Steelers, I can't say that they're quitters ever, but they should quit on Pickett. But again, the Eagles, they have a solid defense. It's a complete team.
The Eagles are technically the best team on the NFL right now.
Technically, the one with the best record, at least.
And they were at home.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's just something sad about watching the Steelers this way. It's like it's not even funny. Like it would have been funny if it was Big Ben, but it's like a random dude who hasn't played in his entire life, and he's just getting out there destroyed. I don't know. Sucks for him.
Listen, a lot of this season feels like
it's a rebuild.
Passing of the torch / it's the out with the old. Tomlin has never had a losing record as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the year? Is this the year Tom Brady has his worst, losing streak ever?
Aaron Rodgers, same thing, same question. I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
Feels that way.
It's possible. Next,
Is Bill Belichick gonna lose at least once to the Jets?
speaking of Bill Belichick, the answer is not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, baby.
We
Hate
were
alone.
wondering last week, can the Patriots defeat the Jets with Bill Belichick's hatred alone? And I said, yes.
Yes. There, hate alone will will push you through. 22-17. It was close, but still, in freaking New Jersey, because it's not New York, they've still managed to beat out the freaking Jets. So the Jets are at least playing better. I mean, it wasn't as embarrassing as previous times. So
And Nick Folk continues to be the best Patriots scorer.
hey, I love it. I have him in my fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things where the Jets, I mean, they have a reasonably good team. They just couldn't run the ball because this is what the Patriots do. They'll take away whatever it is you want to do. And so I don't know how they don't prepare for that, but whatever. All right. So, but I still think that the Jets, honestly, that whole division in general is
Scary.
pretty solid all around. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans. Just, barely beating.
Just give the ball to Henry and you win games.
That's
Literally.
it? That easy?
Dude, he only did 2 fucking touchdowns, but he did like 40 points in fantasy or some bullshit.
I know.
I went against him. Just every fucking play on the field right now. Oh yeah, 10 yards. Oh
Hey.
yeah, another first down.
Easy peasy. And yeah, the Texans, yeah. Next, the Seattle Seahawks beat out the New York Giants. What did I tell you about playing in Seattle? It ain't easy. Ask the G-Man. It ain't easy. Ask the Geno Man. It is pretty easy to play in Seattle, man.
I think Geno's getting kind of scary there.
Geno's actually in the conversation for MVP this season.
Geno's got his mojo on.
Like, he's in the conversation for MVP, which is crazy.
And I think Lockett was having kind of a bad day, and I saw like some video of Geno like hyping him up, on the sideline. Like that, the guy's a dog.
Yeah, no, he's doing good. Like, they're doing really good things in Seattle, which is, again, it's one of the things that tells you, was Russell Wilson actually that good, or was it more that Pete Carroll knew how to use him? Because here we've seen Geno Smith out in other teams. Is it that Pete Carroll just knows how to use him? I don't know. We'll see. But so far, Russell Wilson doing badly without him. Geno Smith doing really good with him. So, I mean, do your math. Whatever. The point is, Seattle Seahawks, they playing ball. They winning games. And against a squad. The New York Giants are a proven squad at this point, I think. And still, they got embarrassed by Seattle Seahawks. So,
The Giants are at least mid to high tier, I'd say.
sure.
Maybe they're not a top tier
But
team.
now, the Seahawks, it's very interesting because they got fucked because Sir Kirsten McCaffrey just entered their division. So,
Scary.
I think that is the most vulnerable top seat in all of freaking in all the NFC.
What is it, the NFC West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because who's sitting the top of the NFC North is the Vikings. I think they got a pretty solid lead there. The NFC East is right now it's the Eagles, and their closest competitor is probably the Cowboys, but they already beat them out once, so they're doing fine, or I think they're going to keep doing fine. Obviously, the Falcons are probably going to fall to the Buccaneers, but the Buccaneers don't look good either. So, honestly, it's anybody's game there. It could be the Saints. I don't know.
I could see the Buccaneers
Getting their act together?
getting their act together if they make it to the playoffs.
Sure.
Because Brady in the playoffs is a different monster.
Well, the thing is, I think the defense is just too injured.
There's still a long season left.
Yeah, true.
People
true.
will come
We'll see.
back.
But right now, I think if I'm the Seahawks, I'm nervous. I'm looking at the other teams in the division, and there's one that's particularly scary. Well, two, because one just got the best wide receiver in football back, and another one got probably the best running back in the league. So,
Also,
we'll
I
see.
heard that there's talks of potentially some Odell Beckham Jr.
Going back to-
returning to the land of the Giants,
Why is it the land of the Giants?
the football Giants.
Really?
That's something I heard.
Why doesn't Green Bay just throw money at the guy? Like, at this point, just throw money at him. Like, hey, we need somebody to catch balls. Somebody.
I think Green Bay does not understand that. Like, you remember the Rams last year,
Sure.
where they just spent money they didn't even have at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got them a Super Bowl. There's some teams that,
You go all in.
yeah, they're like, dude, who gives a fuck if we're fucked for the next 10 years? We got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's all that fucking matters. If you get a Super Bowl, you're considered a winning team. Like, you're in that record forever, you know? Who gives a shit about being a team that makes it to the playoffs each year and always loses?
And you know what's really crazy about Green Bay specifically? They could have a losing record every single season. Their stadium would be packed. So their fan base literally has nothing else to do. Like
they make cheese and
you're
watch
in a city
football.
that there's nothing else to do but go watch football. They're the owners of the team. Your fan base is always going to be there because they literally have nothing else. So you can take risks. You can, go a little bit crazy, but they don't do it. I don't get it. I don't understand. But all right. Anyway, next we got the Commanders beating down the Indianapolis Colts, who are officially tanking, and the Commanders, they're holding the rest of the league hostage or something like that. You told me.
Yeah. So this game was actually a little extra embarrassing for the Colts because Jim Irsay, apparently the owner of the Colts, he picked the Commanders game to be their Ring of Honor game. So
Okay.
the Ring of Honor game is when they invite old players from
They retire their names.
There was Peyton Manning and all these other guys. Like, they invited them and stuff. And Dan Snyder, the owner of the Commanders, was at the game. So Jim Irsay kind of wanted to make this big fuck you to him in particular.
Nope.
But Mr. Heineke.
Oh, Mr. Heineke.
Mr. Heineke's
Him
a
and
dog.
his stupid happy face right there. Dude, what the hell happened to the Colts?
They suck.
I don't if there's a team, who's worse on paper? Who is freaking who should have been better, the Broncos or the Colts? Who's a bigger disappointment?
Oh, I think I'm gonna say the Colts based on. So last year they were really good with Taylor, and there was a lot of really good pieces there. It was just they were missing at quarterback. The Broncos sucked last year, and now they kind of suck this year. So comparatively, they're not as bad.
Okay, fair enough.
And with Matty Ice coming to Indianapolis,
Not
everybody
getting
was like,
benched.
everybody was like, all right, this seems like the type of quarterback that could.
A former league MVP benched. Oof. Again, passing of the torch. It's one of those seasons. It feels that way.
Matt Ryan has a dirty torch to pass.
I think that I kept hearing that he only spent 28 weeks. No, what was it? It was like 28-3. Again, so he can't escape it. I don't know if he spent 28 weeks, but that seems like a lot of time, like a really long time. So it wasn't 28 days. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I think it was 28 weeks and 3 days.
28 weeks, that's a lot.
Well,
That's over 8 months.
A year.
Maybe. I don't know. Sure.
Like, he was traded, and they traded him in the offseason.
Yeah, maybe that was it. He spent 28 weeks and 3 games. Dude just can't escape it. Next.
Never.
Mr. Christian McCaffrey doing, I don't know, the triple crown, the triple hat. I don't know what the hell you even call it. That boy good.
I like the theory that pass was intended for Kittle.
And he just stole it.
Yeah, and McCaffrey's just like, oh, my.
Oh, dude, it's one of those things like, I have Kittle and McCaffrey alone next to each other. I'll just throw the ball there. Let's see who gets it. Yeah. And which, brings up the question, what the fuck were the Rams defense? What was the Rams defense doing, leaving both of them alone on the same side of the field?
I don't think they had a choice.
I don't think
it's like when we always get mad that Travis Kelce's always open. It's like, we didn't have a choice. We tried.
We tried.
He fucked us.
Dude, Shanahan just has freaking McVay's number, man.
And I love it.
And now with McCaffrey there, dude, the San Francisco 49ers look good, easy. They start off a little rough, but this team could be unstoppable. And again, it's maybe because they're against the Rams and they just have their number. But holy shit, look at the stadium. It's all red.
They gotta stick with Garoppolo over Trey Lance. I'm sorry. Sorry. Trey Lance just doesn't feel like the right guy for this team.
You need a game manager?
Not just that. I mean, Garoppolo is a safe hand. And if you can get a better quarterback, but I feel like they need a veteran. If they're gonna trade for anybody, they trade for an Aaron Rodgers or someone who, can throw the ball well. They were trying to do this thing where it was kind of just a run game with Trey Lance, and then surprise, Trey Lance got injured.
Yeah.
Because if you have your quarterback just running the ball, he gets injured.
Yeah. Easiest math in the world.
Just
I wish somebody would tell the Bills.
like imagine Aaron Rodgers with the 49ers.
No, dude.
That's unfair.
That's not fair. That's illegal.
It's not fair.
No, it's illegal.
Or imagine like a Josh Allen.
No, stop it.
Illegal. I would call the cops. And they'd show up. Because they had agreed.
They'd be like, no, just stop it.
No, he's right.
He's making a good point. But yeah, San Francisco looking pretty good. The Rams, on the other hand, not looking too hot. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers losing their 4th game in a row.
This one was not a surprise.
Yeah, this one was a rough one for them against the Buffalo Bills. I was actually shocked.
It was closer than expected, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the Bills were going to run away with it, but, I mean, Green Bay kind of managed to stick there at the end. They kind of managed to stop them, slow them down a little bit.
If you saw the game, you could see that the Bills kind of stepped their foot off the gas. It feels like if they were trying, they could have won by a lot more.
It's like they were easing back from bye week, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so
Just don't do anything too crazy. We have the game won.
yeah, but don't let them win either.
Yeah.
And finally, we got the Cincinnati Bengals with probably the worst uniform in the league, getting embarrassed by the Browns and losing their star wide receiver in the process. This game was ugly.
5 sacks for Joey Burrow. That O-line, not there.
It's the uniform.
What?
Yeah, it's the uniform. Look at it. It's ugly.
It is pretty ugly.
Either pick the white one or pick the orange one or pick the black one. But what is this? What is this? It's disgusting. Look at it.
Imagine having a worse uniform than the Browns.
Yeah. No wonder he got sacked so many times. He kept looking at his own uniform and be like, "Are we really wearing this?
I deserve this.
I deserve the pain." Yeah. Just when you thought Cincinnati was getting their act together, nope.
Injuries, dog.
The freaking Browns, man. Not even a car wreck could stop Mr. Myles Garrett. Nothing. So, when Mr. Deshaun Watson comes back, and if he's still even a shadow of his former self, they should be doing pretty good. Like, honestly, I'm surprised that they're still kind of... And honestly, their division's kind of easy.
Well, not the Ravens.
Oh, not right now, no. But, I mean, they're like I said, they're still kind of... With it, what do you call it? Shooting range?
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the record of a 3-5?
It's a long season.
Yeah,
Still.
3-5, and the Ravens are 5-3. So again, it's still pretty close.
It's week 9. We're basically at halfway through the season, right?
Yeah. So what is it more?
Every team can still make it, technically.
Technically. So that's it. Those are the games of last week. Let's move on to our predictions for this week. And we're starting with the Thursday night football game that Eric says nobody's going to watch because it's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Houston Texans. And they're not going to watch it not because this game's probably going to suck, but because those two teams are facing each other in, what is it, the World Series?
Yeah, the World
Game
Series.
4?
No, so, yeah, I think it's game 4, and I think the Houston is up 2-1.
So, all right. Do you think that there's going to be more people with baseball jerseys there than football jerseys?
Where are they playing?
They're playing in Houston.
Oh, yeah. I'll be surprised if there's fans in the stands.
True. All right, so I go first. Do we even have to do this?
Can I go first?
No. The Eagles are undefeated. The Texans suck balls.
No, actually, let's go. Who's winning? The Phillies or the Astros?
You see, I'm torn. Because the Astros, I still don't like the whole cheating thing, but the Phillies beat the Padres.
Oh, game 5, and they're tied 2-2.
Oh, really?
Better.
Oh, where are they playing? Do you know where they're playing, Gus? Because honestly, I stopped caring about baseball once the Padres were out.
I'd rather have the Phillies win because they beat the Padres, You don't pull that? Like, at least we lost to the team that won the World Series, and it wasn't the Dodgers.
Yeah, because you want the guy who steals your girl to win the lottery. Sure. That makes sense.
The Chargers lost their girlfriend, okay? They didn't get stolen.
Padres?
Yeah, the Padres. Chargers too.
Everybody loses their girlfriends.
No, Chargers got cuckolded for sure.
Houston had a perfect game. Game 6 and the 7 in Houston. No hitter.
Ooh.
Are you making predictions?
No.
Okay, no. I'm very okay. I thought I read it. I mixed it up. So David is saying that Houston had a perfect game, no hitter, and Gus is saying game 6 and 7 in Houston. So who's game 5? Where's game 5? You know what? Doesn't
There
matter.
was a no hitter today.
I guess. I'm confused. Doesn't matter. Who cares about baseball? Anyway, the point is, I'm
No,
going
I'd
with the
rather
Eagles.
have the Phillies win.
Sure. Okay, that's you. I'm going with the Eagles. Who do you like?
Like that if it had been the Dodgers. Give me the Eagles.
All right.
What the fuck are you talking about? Dude,
Here's the coin.
these teams are so unbalanced. We have to talk about baseball.
Yeah. The coin, if you guys remember, if you go the letter, Super Smash Brothers letters, that's home. If you get the logo, that's away. Home. All right. Listen, God's suicidal.
Can you imagine? Like for real. Can you imagine?
Dude,
This is the one.
honestly, I might quit.
This is the one. You think this is the one?
No, it can't be. It's not possible. It's not probable. It's inhumane. It's
illegal.
unbelievable. It's inconceivable.
Do you think the Astros can cheat for the Texans?
Dude, you think the Astros can beat the Eagles?
I think they have a better chance. Can you fucking imagine?
I don't wanna. I don't. Like, honestly, I'll give up. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done even trying. I'm done. I'm just a dumbass who's posing. I don't know shit about fuck. And I'll admit it. I'll quit. I'll quit fantasy football. I'll quit watching football in general if that's freaking what's gonna happen. That'd be so embarrassing.
I think it's gonna happen.
Oh god. Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Next.
We put it in the universe now.
Next.
It's too funny not to happen.
We got the Patriots hosting the Colts in New England, and I think this is pretty easy, right?
Yeah, give me the patties.
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 All right, let's see what God's
Colts.
Yeah, I don't think we even have to explain it. Yeah, even God's got the Patriots.
Colts tanking.
Yeah, they're done. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. Oh no, I'm sorry, going to Detroit against the Lions. Is this a get-right game for Detroit? Or for the Packers? Will the Packers finally,
I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers is going to commit suicide if he loses to the Lions after they traded away Hawkins.
Who's more likely to commit suicide? Aaron Rodgers if they lose to the Lions, or me if the freaking Texans beat the Eagles? Who's going to be closer to the edge?
Rodgers has a bigger losing streak at this point.
Yeah, true.
And it's the Lions, man.
Listen, the Lions have been playing okay. They keep it close. It's a divisional game. They're playing at home.
They don't even know who's in their division.
You know what? I can imagine the entire fucking game. Aaron Rodgers just asking every line, "What the fuck were you thinking? What the fuck are you doing?
We didn't know.
What the fuck are
We
you
just saw
doing?"
purple. We thought it was the Ravens.
Oh wait,
We didn't know.
What were you supposed to do? I don't know. I don't get it. We got crack. You on crack?
What?
Clearly you're on crack. Yeah. Oh god. I think the Lions might pull this one off. I'm
Are you going for the Lions?
I'm going for the Lions. Yeah. I think that's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. What do you think? Will the streak continue for Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
Listen, I'm going to go with the Packers, but I'm not confident.
It's a coin toss, and when it's a coin toss, I go with home. God likes the Packers. Next. I think it's going to be pretty funny.
I don't like this one at all.
Next, we got the Chargers facing the Falcons in Atlanta. Eric, you go first. Who do you like?
Who do I like? I don't know who I hate more.
Who do I hate the least? That's the question.
Oh my god. Oh, and it's coming off a bye.
Yep.
I don't like coming off a bye. Is Keenan Allen playing?
He's questionable. Like, I don't think he practiced on Monday. Gus Becerra, who retires first, Rodgers or Brady?
Brady. Rodgers has plenty of years of money. Keenan still.
I told you.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons again.
You picking the Falcons?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
I think Young Ho Koo.
Young Haku.
I think he's gonna be the key.
All right, we'll see. We'll see who got
Is
this.
our kicker still injured?
He kicked better that way.
Is he alive?
God picked the Chargers, which is I don't believe it. So my logic here is the Falcons suck, man.
Yeah.
That's it. But the Chargers.
But listen
suck
to my
too.
logic. The Chargers suck.
Oh man. But wait. I don't think that the Falcons have a good running game. So actually, they do.
But wait. There's my
They
counter.
actually-
The Chargers don't have a run stopping game.
Ah, that's true. That's a good point. Who's even the freaking? Is it Cordell Patterson? Is he coming back? I thought he was injured.
I don't know.
Cause that dude's good. I think. I don't know.
Fucking Mariota can run circles around us.
That is true.
They just gotta get close enough for Young Ho to make like 30 points himself.
Dude, is the season over for the Chargers? Is it done?
I think it has been for a while. We've just been inhaling all the copium.
All right.
Also, I think it's Young Wei Koo.
Young Haku. Next, we got the Bills hosting the. I'm sorry. They're going to New Jersey. These things are wrong. Hosting the New York Jets, who play in Jersey. Who do you think is gonna win? I'm gonna go with Buffalo Bills. Just hunch. Taking a risk. What do you like?
Yeah, again, the Buffalo Bills.
Easy. Honestly, I like that things are getting easier to pick.
Well, with the certain teams, yeah.
Got picks. I'm sorry. I put home. Oops. That would have been embarrassing. Next, we put the Minnesota Vikings against the Commanders, the undefeated Heineke in this season.
The Commanders kind of feel like a wild card, don't they?
They do.
Like it's not. I don't feel like they've had a. I feel like all their games have been close, right?
Yeah, I don't think they've been like embarrassingly blown out. I think maybe one game. I think against did they beat the Cardinals?
Maybe. Feels like something that could have happened. It feels like the Commanders can beat any team at any point, but it doesn't prove anything. It's just like, oh shit, they're the ones who beat the Eagles this season once.
All right, yeah.
Oh shit. All
Okay.
right? They still suck.
Dude, you got some shit on your face. Oh wait, that's facial hair. Yeah. It's my it was for my Halloween costume and I decided I'm gonna keep it until I get bored. Winter and stuff.
It is No Shave November.
Sure. So all right. I think it's your turn to pick.
Well, we both picked at the same time pretty much for the Bills, but
mean,
give me Mr. Cousins.
Yeah, it's not a primetime game. The Vikings are doing good. They just got a massive upgraded tight end, so I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. God picks the Vikings. Next.
This being said, if the Commanders win, not surprised.
Not surprised. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals.
But I'm also not impressed.
Hosting the tanking Carolina Panthers, who are apparently playing pretty good ball.
And the Bengals are pretty bad.
Without Jamar Chase, or however you say his name. Without Chase. So... This is actually tricky.
It's not a freebie.
No.
It should be.
Again, the Bengals look really bad in a divisional game. The Panthers looked okay in 2 divisional games.
Bengals just don't have an O-line.
And they lost their best wide receiver.
I mean, they still got Higgins.
They got Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. Just because The Panthers played really good, but it's divisional games, and divisional games are not the same as out-of-division games. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Sam, I'm going with the Bengals. It just doesn't feel right going for the Panthers right now, man.
They're tanking. They got rid of their best players.
They're tanking, and they don't know how to do it because they keep winning.
God picks the Bengals. All right. Next.
You remember the season where the Lions were going to be the worst team, and they were going to get a number 1 draft pick, but they decided to win at the end?
Yeah.
So that just fucked them, and they didn't get Trevor Lawrence.
They didn't miss much. Next, we got speaking of The Las Vegas Raiders going to Jacksonville to face Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, who do you like?
I think I like the Jaguars a little bit more.
Why? Because the Raiders couldn't even score a freaking field goal?
That is my main logic, yeah. Apparently, they don't do well in that area of the country.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders did just get a O-lineman but from the Patriots, but I don't see how that's going to help them much at this point. But
Jaguars also just flew back from London, so...
Listen, the thing is, the Raiders just suck. Flat out suck, and they shouldn't. Again, talk about a team that is disappointing because on paper they should be phenomenal. But, I mean, the Jaguars aren't great either, but I think they're in better shape than the Raiders. So I think this might be a get-right game for the Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars as well because of the home field advantage.
Plus, they just got Calvin Ridley, maybe.
Someday. Away. So God picks the Raiders. Next, we got the Dolphins going to Chicago to face the Bears. The Bears who, their defense, their offense started moving the ball, but they just dropped a bunch of players. But they picked up Claypool. So, all right. Dolphins got Bradley Chubb, so suck it.
They got back to I know who I'm picking.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. The Dolphins. The Dolphins were a really good team, and they got even better. So I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, the Finns are...
They're scary.
They got Tua back. They got Tyreek. They got Waddle. I'm riding with the Finns.
All right. And God goes with the Dolphins. Next.
I don't like this next one.
Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks going to Arizona.
Wait, what's this? This just already happened.
Well, we'll see what it is. Taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Eric, do I go first or you go first?
I think you went first.
Yeah, your turn.
Man.
Tough one.
It is. So the Seahawks are weird. Divisional game. Did the Seahawks already beat the Cardinals
I don't know.
this season?
I'm blanking out most of the season. It's been
That's
so
probably
painful.
for the best.
Yeah.
Let's just go on blind.
Yeah.
Seahawks are in a kind of win streak. They're doing good. Give me Pete Carroll.
Go with Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
All right.
You going the Hoppers?
Listen, Call of Duty is out.
It is out.
And since Call of Duty's been out, Kyler Murray just can't seem to win games. However,
Kept it close with the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals just because to pick something different.
It's a coin toss.
It's a coin toss, so I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. And again, to keep it fun, I'll pick a different one. And I think they can win. Again, they have the best wide receiver in football. Use them more. So let's see what God says.
Listen, like a wise man said once.
Home.
DeAndre's down there somewhere. Fuck it.
Yeah. Next, we got the LA Rams against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Not the 49ers, like he put.
Shut up. They can't see it.
But I'm pointing it out.
I want them to know you're an idiot.
Listen, I would watch the 49ers against the Rams every week. That would be funny.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
How many of those games do you think the Rams would win?
0. Not if it's regular season.
Yeah.
All right, so this is actually a pretty interesting game because it's two supposedly good teams or really good teams last season that are just kind of a mess right now. So the question is, who will get out of their funk this week? Because one of these teams has to win. So are the Rams gonna get out of their losing streak, or will the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Because I'm pretty sure the Rams are in a losing streak too. Let me just check.
Let's check it out. Feels like they are.
Yeah, right. Let's see. So they
Nope.
no? Oh, they beat the Panthers. Shock.
Well, they lost to the Cowboys. Then they lost to the Niners. They beat the
Maybe
Cards.
that's why they feel they're in a losing streak because they've just faced the Niners twice the same month. Now it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Plus they lost to the Cowboys. The way I'm seeing it, they lost to the Bills.
Bengals.
They lose to good teams.
So what are the Buccaneers?
Is Brady gonna pull a miracle here? Who goes first? I think you go first.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers really injured. The defense, at least. The offense, however, had extra time to prepare for this game specifically. If they're not idiots. Big if.
If.
All they have to do to beat the Los Angeles Rams is watch tape from the 49ers game. They have two. They have two games. They just happened recently. That's the recipe to beating the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, they're going to watch tape, and Tom Brady's going to be like, why didn't we get McCaffrey? What's going on here?
What's happening? So, I think that's advantage Buccaneers. More time to rest. And they have to be desperate because they're on a 3-game losing streak. So, I'm going to go Buccaneers. And I'm not happy about it, but I'm picking Buccaneers again. Home team. Home team, I'm sticking with the same logic.
Home team is what makes it for me. Also, I feel like a lot of people think that Brady's just going to go out on just, just going to...
Retire?
What do they call it? When you just
Walk of
fade
shame?
away little by little,
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think he's going to fizzle out. I think he's going to go out at least as a playoff contender.
All right. We'll see. See what God thinks. Away. So, God likes the Rams. Next.
I think if they don't make it to the playoffs and the Bucks have like a losing season, I think it definitely means Brady's staying. I don't think you would leave on a losing season.
I don't know. Next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Tennessee Titans. Eric, who do you like?
The Titans don't beat the Chiefs, man.
Nope.
They never do. They always deviate from the game plan. The game plan is keep running Henry down their throats. But the Chiefs are a team that all of a sudden scores, and then the Titans get desperate because you can't really play that strategy from behind. You can, but
it's harder.
The clock is running. The clock is running. The clock is running.
Yeah.
Give me the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. The Tennessee Titans are not the Tennessee Titans of last season. They're winning barely. And the Chiefs are not a team that you can play that way. They will just completely leave you 100 yards behind. You'll never even notice it. So
yeah, the whole Titans division is pretty mid.
Yeah. So let's see what God thinks. God likes the Chiefs. And
finally,
on the most interesting game of the week, and there's only one reason for it, the Saints taking on hosting the Baltimore Ravens. This is the most interesting game of the week because God has picked the Saints 8 weeks in a row. Will this be the 9th week?
Statistically, not likely.
It's a statistical improbability. Inconceivable. But that's what I'm most excited about. So, we'll see. First off, the game. Eric, you pick first, I think.
I'll go with the Ravens. I think they're getting some good pieces. I think they're starting to get the ball rolling. They're starting to not choke. But I can see the Saints pulling this one off pretty easily too. It's a coin toss. We know what God's picking.
So
who are you picking?
So who are you picking?
I said the Ravens.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Sure.
Just to make it a little bit different. I do agree. The Ravens, they got a massive upgrade in a few key places. However, it's it's a short week. It takes you time, to gel with new players. So they're gonna ease them in, and the whole easing in process is probably going to be to the Saints' advantage. Also playing at home, playing the Superdome is pretty difficult. Kamara's starting to look good. Andy Dalton's throwing the ball well. So I'm going to go with the Saints on this one. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see what God says.
All right.
Let's see what God says. Will it be the 9th time in a row?
Unbelievable!
Unbelievable! God picks the Saints for the 9th week in a row. This is madness.
Unbelievable!
This is madness. I don't believe it.
He's gonna pick them on their bye too. I don't know how.
All right, so yeah, that's it. Those are our picks, dude.
I'm happy that happened.
Yeah, honestly, that's the only thing that I'm happy about for this season. Like the one constant good thing that's happened this season is God just keeps picking the Saints.
Whatever, man.
Yeah. At this point, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of started losing it with football, man.
I'm not too confident. Not gonna lie, not too confident.
Dude, if the Eagles lose to the Texans, like, it's been upset city this entire season, and of course that would happen. Of course,
It better happen. I want it to happen. I'm gonna be rooting for the Texans.
I'm just gonna start sharpening my knife. You know, start putting bullets in my gun or something. That's just gonna be brutal, fucking brutal. But all right.
And it's a blowout too.
Jalen Hurts gets injured.
So they can't do shit.
All right, that's it. As always, comments, questions, suggestions, you can find us. Well, you can find me at Super Dario World and at DarioCW on Instagram. You can find us live on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights, usually around 9-ish, at Super Dario World on YouTube and on Twitch. As always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.